Okay, Judy, in 3, 2, 1, just tell us a little bit about your history and your relationship with this issue and this cause.
Okay. I was 61 years old when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. That was 8 years ago. The one common thread that I think almost anybody who understands that they have been diagnosed with cancer is fear. And despite the fact that I was a social worker for 31 years and had lots of training, worked in my graduate practicum at St. Francis, I understood. But when it's you, it's a whole different matter. And the only thing that I don't know how I got home, because one of the things that I always did was to ask to look at the films. And I saw the cancer. I knew I had cancer. And I drove home in a fog. My mom is here, my dad is dead. My mom was the only person that I have here in my family. And for over a month, I said nothing. I was in the state senate at the time. I said nothing to anyone. My only action was to start planning my funeral because I thought, I'm going to die. Despite the fact that I knew better, it is the fear, that initial fear that just immobilizes. And if you don't have anybody but yourself, the journey can take a really bad turn because I just assumed that I was going to die. I said nothing. I planned my funeral down to the songs, the persons, and everything. And I finally called one of my friends whose sister had died from breast cancer. She had no insurance. And I thought that she would probably kind of understand. And she listened to me as I told her that I was, dying of cancer. And she had to use foul language to get my attention, she said, because I was already 6 feet under. And she said, if you survive your blankety blank ex-husband, you're going to survive this. That was what I needed to turn me around, because I had just assumed I was going to die, and yet I knew better. I was consumed with fear. And that's a really, I don't care who you are, the word cancer immobilizes you. But you have to get beyond that. And I was blessed. She reminded me of my ex-husband, so that was what I needed. Other people may need different things. And from that point on, I said, no, I'm not going to die before my ex-husband. I'm going to live. And I had never been one who practiced real faith. When it came time for that, it went out the window. But I said on this deal, I'm going to give that a try. And so I thought, I'm going to go in and see what needs to be done, because basically when you are diagnosed, you get a letter in the mail that says abnormalities, contact your doctor. If you choose to do nothing, there's a slow death for you. So I asked my girlfriend if she would go with me. I still didn't want to tell my mother or my siblings who were out of state. And we went and we started that journey of fear, but I tell you what, it was fearful, but at the same time rewarding, because I was doing something that I hadn't done before, and that was to practice faith and to overcome fear. Now, the Soulful Survivor organization that I am proud to belong to was not in existence. I was in the legislature at the time, and when I finally did reveal that I had breast cancer, I started talking to women, and it was amazing to me how many women had breast cancer, and but they never really talked about it. But the other common thread is there was nowhere to go. Yes, there were organizations, but you almost have to have that initiative on your own to go, because usually those organizations don't have the kind of money and staff to do the kind of outreach. And particularly in the African American community, Black women did not want to talk about it. And that's what I found kind of surprising and alarming at the same time, because according to the statistics, fewer black women are diagnosed, but more die because they either don't have insurance or they wait like I almost did and do nothing about it until it consumes your body. So I, along with some other women, started the support group that focuses on breast cancer for all women, but particularly for African American women. And that's been quite a journey, because initially we could not get African American women to talk about it or to be a part of it. And now we're busting at the seams. You have to, the thing that I would tell women and men is that it's preventable. If you catch it in time. I was stage 1. I was very blessed. I had a lumpectomy, but because my cancer was closer to my back than at the front, they weren't sure if they got it all, and so they said they were going to have to remove the breast. You have a choice about 1 or 2. The thing that I found out is that stress has a lot to do with the reoccurrence. And we women tend to stress over lots of things that we don't need to stress about. And I made a choice that I want both. And because I was older, I did not want reconstructive surgery. I had good insurance. And I wore my prostheses for about a year. And then I decided I'm going to give them to young women who have no insurance. Because they're $300 each, and the special bras are $125. So I give them away, and it's another way of showing women that, hey, you can still be beautiful without them. I could say something else, but I'm not. You can still be without them. And this organization, the Soulful Survivors, has afforded me the opportunity to give back. Because one of the things that you want to do is that you're so thankful that you're alive. We've lost 4 women in our group already. And each time, you realize how blessed you are. So I would tell men and women, and particularly women, do not avoid not having the mammograms. You catch it early. Yes, you're going to have the fear. Yes, you're going to panic. But yes, there are organizations out there to take your hand on this scary journey and save yourself from a needless death. There's so many organizations, so many people in Tulsa that work with breast cancer that there's no reason for anyone to take this journey alone.